Hello, my name's Arnold and I'll be doing the devotion today from Luke 10:38 to 11:13. I want to start off with a little story. This morning I woke up and I spent a little bit of time on YouTube, a bit of time with my wife, but then I quickly got up. I remembered that I needed to make breakfast because it was my turn to make breakfast today, and I forgot that I needed to put some chicken into the slow cooker. And then after that, after we had eaten, I spent a little bit of time just relaxing. I got myself into the head game, ready for work, and I got started with work basically around about 8 o'clock. And I've been doing work, and then I remembered, oh yes, I've got to do this devotion. I want to home in specifically on the story of Mary and Martha, right at the beginning of the 10:38 to 11:13 passage. What happens here is you have Martha is the one that welcomes Jesus in, and it happens to be that Mary is there. Maybe before that Martha had said, hey, the Lord's come into my house, you should come as well. I don't know, or maybe Mary was just visiting and Jesus happened to have been there that day. Anyway, it was Martha specifically that welcomed him into the house. And then it was as though Martha completely forgot about Jesus. She was so concerned, and it wasn't that she forgot about him, that she went away. It's more that she was so concerned about, right, does the house look good? Is Jesus and all the disciples, do they have food? Is the place clean? What's going on? But it was found that Mary was sat by Jesus listening to his teachings. And the thing that Jesus raised was the fact that Martha was anxious about so many things, but Mary has decided to grab a hold of something that can't be taken away from her. Later today, I'm going to eat this chicken and it's going to be great, but it's going to go. I'm going to completely consume it, and I'm going to absorb all the nutrients and get rid of all of the waste. On top of that, I work in my business so that I can make money, but that money is going to go either to one of my staff's pockets, it's going to go back into the business to buy some sort of software, some sort of material, or an additional service. Is going to go into my own pocket, which I'm going to use for either a holiday or to pay rent or whatever. It's going to go. YouTube, that is actually something that is going to stick. That experience is going to stick, but it's not going to be life-changing at all. One thing I'd forgotten to do today was to just sit and listen to Jesus' teachings. No matter what happens today, even if I die, that is not going to be taken away from me. It's not. It's not going to be consumed and then gotten rid of. It's not going to be spent and then I can't reclaim that word again. It's just not going to happen. And I believe that Jesus is constantly reminding us, and Paul reminds us all the time throughout the New Testament. And then you see it in the Old Testament as well. Stop being anxious and stop thinking about other things and just sit and listen to my teaching. Let that be your priority today. Just sit and listen. Don't be anxious about these things. They will come and they will go. There's a parable where Jesus talks about a man who actually stores up everything. He's a great saver. Steve Boone would be out here saying, well done on your savings. But what happens is after all of that, he's like, finally, I can retire and I can use all of this wealth that I've built up. And God says, you fool, you don't realize that today I require your soul from you. All of that's gone now. Moth and rust and inheritance, it's all gone. It doesn't belong to him. But the word stays. It stays forever. And what Jesus has to say is the most important thing. So I think for today's devotion, think about how often you spend just stopping and listening and spending time addressing the Word of God. Think about how often you're anxious about other things. Jesus came in and he was really, really relaxed. He didn't care. He was probably thinking, I'm sure we're going to eat at some point. I don't really care if this house is clean or not clean. It looks fine to me. Otherwise, I believe he would have addressed it. And for me, clearly, and maybe for some of you as well, you've welcomed Jesus into your house and then gone about your business. And that's not who God has called us to be. Let's love the Lord with our time and our focus, and remember that everything belongs to Him and He is the leader of all. Be blessed today, and I'll see you in the next devotion tomorrow. Bye-bye.